Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of Let's Play Pokemon Y on the 3DS. In the last part we started the adventure and got ourselves a Chespin. So now that we got shown the Pokemon tutorial, as in how to catch them, I guess we gotta catch one. Hold on, is this a trainer up here? Oh. Okay. See, I thought he was. But I also thought that we might get a bit more of a chance to look for Pokemon and see which ones we want to catch, which ones we don't want to catch, but I guess we gotta battle this guy. And this guy of course says, when two trainers' eyes meet they have to battle. Completely ignoring the fact that our eyes didn't actually meet. I was just walking along and then he just, I don't know, I guess he screamed. He just put an exclamation mark above his head. So I don't know what that means, I don't know what that translates to in actual dialogue. I guess that just means, hey! And then he turns, so he's like, we looked at each other. Now you gotta beat up my Signagoon, that's how this works. And then you just gotta be like, oh, damn it, rats. I guess I've gotta kill his Signagoon because he screamed at me and then I looked. Damn the rules, I guess. Okay, but we easily won, so that's not too bad. You should have told me you were that strong. You shouldn't have got my attention. Let's not start passing the blame over to me, I just responded. Okay. So let's have a look in this grass. Let's see what we kind of got here. In the last part we saw that there was a Pidgey. What the hell is that thing? Is this a 6th gen? I think it's a 6th gen. By the looks of it, it's a bug Pokemon. So I don't really want to take the risk. Don't really want to do that. Because normally with my Pokemon LPs, I like to try and... I'm not afraid of making like standard choices for my team, but I want to do things a little bit different. Just, you know, a little bit more interesting than the norm. And I feel like with Pokemon Y, I really do have the chance to do that, because there's like the most amount of Pokemon you can choose from here. Because I think if we, I don't know, X, Pokedex. Because I think also in this game, it was in Black and White too, I remember. If we have a look, this should show you where each route is. No? Maybe we get that later. But I remember in Black 2 when I played that game, it showed you in which route were which Pokemon, and part of it was seeing and catching every single Pokemon in a route. But I don't know. I guess that should be in this game because there are so many Pokemon. So right, so our choices so far have been Pidgey, Scatterbug and Fletchling. I'm not really feeling any of those, you know? None of them really kind of scream out to me as must-have Pokemon. But then again, this is the very first route of the game. Okay, this is just another Scatterbug. Let's just move on, shall we? I don't feel like committing to any Pokemon just yet. So let's run away like the coward we are. Our Pokemon are called it's called King Abs, but we are a coward at heart. That's the important part about me and my journey. Ultimately about being a coward. Oi oi. Right. Oh, cool. Okay, heal my Pokemon, please. Is my Pokemon already healed then? Let's have a look. No? Okay. Heal. Do the thing. Oh, cool. Okay, so she's taking 2 steps behind us. That's cool. Okay, so let's take a look in this forest. Now, if the 1st gen taught us anything, it's that in a forest you're gonna find bug Pokemon. You're gonna find your Caterpies. You're gonna find a Pansear. Okay, not quite what I was expecting, but whatever. No, I don't know. Like Pansear, that's what, 5th gen. It's not a bad choice, but I think it's not. I think there are better fire types, you know. I think there are better than another Fletchling. We're not getting that much choice here, really. I remember there being a lot more choice. Because I've got to commit at this point. Or some point soon. Because there also might be a rare Pokemon, you know. Like in the 3rd gen you got the Walt... No, what's it called? A Ralts. That's like 5% chance. Okay, and a Panpour. Huh. No, I don't want Panpour. Again, they're not bad Pokemon, the Pans. I'm a big fan of the Pans. Well, I think the Pans are okay, but you can get better water types, you can get better grass, you can get better fire types. Caterpie. You know what? This is the 6th gen. I should really be sticking to 6th gen Pokemon But I can't say no to a Caterpie, can I? It's a Caterpie. Who doesn't love Caterpie? Such a classic. It's such a classic Pokemon. Right, so let's go for it. I'm going to try and not just do like first gen Pokemon. I want this to be one of my only first gen Pokemons, although of course another Pokemon down the line will also be first gen, as people who have played this game already know. But I'm going to try and mix it up. I'm going to try and go for some 6th gen stuff. I don't know what my flying type's going to be. Oh, I guess Butterfree will be the flying type. Wait, is Butterfree flying type or is it Bug Psychic? Oh, there's too many questions with this game. I can't be dealing with all of them. Its feet has suction cups designed to stick to any surface. It tenaciously climbs trees to forage. Cool. It's good that after all these years they still come up with unique Pokédex entries for Caterpie. Okay, well now I've got to come up for a thing for this. What is it? It's gross. So maybe I should just give it a gross, like what about? Okay, I'm thinking. Here we go. Frumped. What about Frumped? Is everyone okay with Frumped? It's just a weird kind of little creature. It just looks like a Frumped. It just looks like a sound. Well, Caterpie isn't that gross actually. I think it's quite quite cute in its own way. But I've typed it in now. It's done. I've done it. It's done. It's game over. It's over. I now have a Caterpie called Frumped. That's just the way this is going, and I guess this is the way the LP is going to go as well. Alright, let's put Frumped at the front then. Frumped at the front. Ah, I'm already regretting it. It's already a horrible name, isn't it? I guess I should keep looking for other Pokemon to catch and find as well. I don't know what else I'm going to get in this forest. Maybe I should get a Pikachu. No, I can't get a Pikachu! I just said... Okay, that's another Fletchling, that's fine. I think I'm going to have to kill this thing to give Caterpie a little bit of experience. Although I can't, although of course I got to switch to King Abs. The classic Pokemon staple here. But no, I can't catch a Pikachu. I think when I played this game, when I first played it, I did get a Pikachu. I'm pretty sure you can get one in this forest. Because I know Pikachu's the cliche. It's like the most popular Pokemon, or it's like the figurehead of Pokemon. But Pikachu is awesome. Like, there's a reason. Pikachu is cute, adorable, it's electric type, so it's actually powerful. Like, there is a reason why Pikachu got picked over the rest. There's like cuter Pokemon, there's more powerful Pokemon, but Pikachu is just like a legend. I got like the little amiibo here on my desk, and you just, oh, it's nice to have him staring at you. Well, now that I've phrased it like that, I don't actually like it that much, but I don't know, like, some people might find Pikachu boring, but I think Pikachu's just a classic. I guess it's been that long since the first generation that maybe people have come around to Pikachu. Maybe people got sick of Pikachu, but maybe some people have come around to it because it's been that long. And because I don't think anyone watches the anime anymore. So, yeah, I think that's got to be another part of it as well. Because I haven't watched the anime in a good while, but... See, that's the thing that's really nice about Pokemon Y. It's... You know, I'll get into the pros and cons as we go. But one of the cons is that it's too easy, but one of the pros is that it has really good flow. Like, the pacing of it flows really well. Like, you can see, we've got this first forest here, and of course this is when you're going to be training up. We've only gone through one route so far, didn't really do much in it, and then we're here, we got a ton of trainers. Now, in other generations, what you would have to do is you go in a forest, and you would have to then go back to the Pokemon Center. Actually, maybe not in the 4th gen. I think in the 4th gen you had someone following you in that forest who would heal your Pokemon. But I think that was like, you had to get at least one gym badge to do that. That was one gym badge is, like in. This is like straight away. You've just started your journey, you're catching Pokemon, you're starting to train. And it's, you know, they know that you have to go back to the Pokemon Center. So instead of making the player do that, they just have it so you have someone behind you who just heals you up instantly. And again, yeah, maybe it's a little bit too easy, but it's not difficult going back to the Pokemon Center every time. That's not difficult, that's just time consuming. So I really like the fact that they eliminated that for this game, and instead was just like, yeah, we'll heal your Pokemon. Oh, those are the other people. Okay, that's kind of well, I was going to say interesting, but really it's a bit like whatever. Okay, what do you want to do? Because I'm not really that interested. I love puzzles. Thanks for the heads up. Paralyze Hill. That's related. Thanks, little girl. Thanks for all your help. But I want to find that rare Pokemon. There's got to be a rare Pokemon here. That's not a rare Pokemon. See, I was considering maybe going Beedrill over Caterpie, but I already did a Beedrill in Pokemon Blue, so I don't want to repeat Pokemon. I don't mind doing first gen Pokemon. I'm not going to try and do that all the time, which is why I'm not going to have a Pikachu, but I don't want to be repeating Pokemon, because I already had one in the other games, and I gave it a name, and we went on a journey together, and it was beautiful. I don't want to take that away from that Pokemon. Although that, at this point, it's been like 3 years, no, it's been like 4 years since I started LPing Pokemon games. If I forget a couple, I think that's understandable, right? No one's going to judge me for maybe forgetting that I did catch a certain type of Pokemon. Maybe I did catch a Caterpie, but I know in Pokemon Blue I didn't, and in the 3rd gen I didn't, so I don't know. But this is so odd, this beginning area though, because I think a problem with the 3rd gen, like a very clear problem, is that you had the 1st gen, then you had the 2nd gen that did things differently, stood out, was a great sequel, and then you had the 3rd gen that took a lot from the 1st gen. You know, I'm saying gen a lot, but you know what I mean? Yeah, you start off in a town, you have your rival battle, then you go through a route, then you go through a forest, then you go through another route. Like, it was all the same kind of stuff. But with the 2nd gen, you had Bellsprout Tower, and the type of gym that was the 1st gen was different. Because in the 1st gen it was rock, 2nd gen it was flying, but then I think in the 3rd gen it went back to rock again? For some reason. So it definitely took a lot. So I think when I first started playing this game, I was like, really? We're gonna just do a forest straight away? I know the whole point in a forest, and making it right at the start, is that there's bug Pokemon, and bug Pokemon are the weakest type of Pokemon. No offense to any bug enthusiasts out there. I've caught a bug Pokemon, how can I hate them when I have one in my party? That's what I say to you, that's what I propose. Right, hold on, was there a trainer back there? Yeah, it looks like there was. I do want to fight him. It is a good idea to get all this experience. Let's powder this punk. That's not an expression. That will never be an expression. And if I lose this, there's a good chance it actually might be an expression. Oh, youngster Joey! There's not many names of trainers that I remember in the Pokemon universe, but everyone remembers youngster Joey from the beginning of the 2nd gen. Like, I don't know why that one stands out. Like, there's no real reason why it should. But for some reason, youngster Joey, it's like, yeah, of course, yeah, it's youngster Joey. Classic, vintage Pokemon name, youngster Joey. Everyone knows him. I think he had like the Rattata or something like that. But this has kind of got to be a reference. You know, it kind of has to be. But the interesting part about these Pokemon games is that there's references like in the English version that's not in the Japanese version, and vice versa, because it's different people that wrote them. When the game got localized, a team localized it, and then a team got to make all the choices to be what the actual text is in the game. So I think that has resulted in certain references being in the game for the English one, but just was never there in the Japanese one. The localization team just made it up. And I would guess that with youngster Joey, probably is the case. Where youngster Joey, maybe, I don't know, maybe there was, in the Japanese version, this trainer is also called a trainer from the 2nd gen. I just kinda doubt it. Could be wrong, I just kinda doubt it. It's why like Pokemon Pearl and or Pokemon, or just the 4th gen, is really different, because the person that translated it, or was majorly involved in translating it, I think it's someone who's like hangs out on forums a lot. So you got terms like noob being thrown around in the 4th gen. It's subtle, but it's there. If you play the 4th gen again and look at the text, it's quite different from the other games because of the person who did it. They were very, you know, of that mind. I don't know. We lost this time, but we'll get the next one. Yep, I'm sure you will. Youngster Joey, you just keep on fighting. Even though you never age. Okay, I kind of need to heal up. No, that's not helping. It's not helping at all. Right, okay, let's continue on. But yes, so as I was saying, the fact that this gen starts off with a forest, I don't know why that's okay. I guess it's now 3D, so screw it, we're okay with it. That's gotta be it, surely. Because like in this forest, it's the same type of Pokemon. Similar structure, actually, like oddly similar structure. And you could say it's a homage to the first gen, but that's a bit lame, isn't it? I know it's like 20 years since the original, when this game came out. Or more like 18, but whatever, just splitting hairs at that point. But I don't know, you don't want a homage to those games. Because those games, they were the original, everyone knows them. And then they remade them. And then you had other games like the third gen that already had the forest in it. So, yes, I do have Pokeballs, but please don't... No, go away. I guess I gotta talk to her, maybe. What do you want? Oh, cool. Oh, I thought she was like begging for Pokeballs. I didn't want to give her any, but if she's handing them out, sure, I'll take one. She wasn't clear though. Definitely wasn't clear. Oh, there we go. Here he is. Hello, Pikachu. Adorable as ever. And here's my Caterpie. Arguably not so. Okay, let's switch out. Although for some reason Pikachu's cheeks aren't quite as red. Huh. It's more pink, but Pikachu's cheeks aren't pink. That's not correct at all. It's not the colour on my recording, I don't think, because look, the big button on the right or on the bottom screen is red. The Pokeball is the correct red, but for some reason Pikachu has green cheeks. Very strange. Very strange at all. But no, Pikachu looks adorable in 3D. There's no denying that. Although they've kept to the slim Pikachu design. The slim Pikachu is just... Because I think what happened with the whole fat and thin Pikachu, in case people don't know, the original design of Pikachu in the old games, he was fat. He was like a really round mouse character. But I think it was the anime that redesigned him to be slimmer. And then that design, because the anime was so popular, that design then crept over into the games. Although of course a lot of the first gen designs changed into the second gen. A lot of them got better, more consistent and just nicer to look at. So it's not bad, but yeah, the fat Pikachu was only that original one. I don't know, I haven't seen the anime in a good while, so maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of what happened. Pikachu got so big and I guess they didn't want a fatty representing Pokemon. Maybe that's what happened, I don't know. Maybe that's not right for me to say, but I'm just saying. I'm judging Nintendo, I'm not condemning it. No, that's not the word. Condoning it. That's what I meant to say. But no, I think with this forest being right at the beginning of the game, not a strong start. Overall, I do like this game. I had a lot of fun with this game playing through it, and a big part of this LP for me is replaying it like a year and a half afterwards and being like, was it actually a really good game, or did I just get sucked into the hype of more Pokemon? You know, like, that's kind of what I want to decide while playing it for a second time, you know, on YouTube. Is it actually really good? Because I don't know, I couldn't say. I mean, I enjoyed it, definitely enjoyed it, but when I got to the end, I was a little bit like, oh, alright. That was a bit easy, that was a bit too simple, a bit too, well, not watered down, but yeah, watered down. So, but I don't know. And I think this forest definitely is not a strong start. They should have gone for... I mean, it's 3D, right? So you can... That's more range of environments. It's better graphics, there's more things you can do. And I think even with these 3D graphics, the forest isn't that impressive. I think the lighting's kind of nice, and I really like these painted trees, I have to say. Although the trees look 2D. I like the music as well. Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, the little girl that's following us mentioned something about Pikachu. So now that we definitely know there's a Pikachu around here. which is nice. Again, it's nice. It's a nice little reminder. Because we haven't had to sit through a ton of tutorials, but we already know like several kind of key stuff. And with the fact that she's saying, oh, I really want to catch Pikachu, that's a heads up saying, hey, there's rare Pokemon. And just because you haven't ran into it doesn't mean it's not there. But then I don't know, if I was playing this game at night, would there be other Pokemon? Hold on, I am playing this game at night. Is there no night and day system? That was in the 2nd gen, you'd think it'd be in this one as well. And that was in the 4th gen, I remember, it was a pain in the arse. And it was in the 5th gen. Oh, Frumpt is evolving, that's cool. Good old Frumpt. Absolute legend, that guy. He doesn't mess around with the evolutions, he gets right to it. He's like, right, I'm done being this disgusting bug. He's a go-getter, he goes places. Oh, this music's not very good though. not to take anything away from Frumpt. That is not very intense evolution music. Definitely one of the worst ones. A little bit too J-poppy. You want it to be like dun, like impressive, like oh here we go. But that was just a bit like countdown. But whatever, okay, can't complain. We got ourselves our Metapod. Can't complain at that at all. Pamport, just leave me alone. And Metapod, that was disgusting. You may not have heard it because I was talking over it a little bit, but Metapod just made the most disgusting noise. In the next battle we're in, I'll be sure to be quiet because it was a really gross, like, but like really high pitched and weird. Didn't care for it. So you're the first to arrive. That's right. Who are you? I don't. Oh, you're one of them. Okay. That's cool. Oh yeah, you guys. Good to. This was a good trip that we had as a group, of course. Oof. Well, we made it. That's cool. Oh, I remember this because this was one of the very first screenshots. Like, I think Route 3 and having this like thing, and this was like one of the very first areas where they said, listen, this is how it's going to look in 3D. I think it was actually this area. Because it showed the grass and then it showed like the town in the background. I don't need to talk about what they're going on about. It's just like, you can do Pokemon stuff in this Pokemon game. I'm going to do the Pokemon stuff. Oh, good. Adventure rules. Okay, cool. Rules. I love rules. I will definitely read those. That is a fact. Absolutely. What am I going to do? It's a very good question. Right, I'm going to, for now, avoid these trainers. Or, not the Pokemon though. Okay, here comes the Metapod noise. Ew. That's not a nice noise. I guess there's Pokemon with worse noises, but that's not a great one. Not a great one at all. So that was Bidoof. I don't think I'm going to catch one of those. Not really that interested. Yeah, I like to have a lot of Pokemon early on, but none of these are really grabbing me. It's like, oh yeah, that would be good to give it a go. Even just to try, like Bunnelby, like I don't want to get a normal type Pokemon. I'm just not kind of up for that. It seems like a little bit of a waste. Okay, cool. Thanks for that. Really appreciate it. But okay, now that we're here in the first city of the game, no, no, we don't need to do. We don't need to do this, lads. We don't need to do it. Go, turn around. Yes, I know, I can see. Okay, off you go. Waddle away. Cool. Right, next time in Let's Play Pokemon Y on the 3DS, we've now reached the main town. No, wait, the first main city with a gym in it. So now we're gonna hopefully try and catch another Pokemon. Maybe look in some of the other routes around the city and just see if we can find anything decent. Because I want one more Pokemon. I want to set a free Pokemon before doing the gym, but I just don't know what to pick. So I've been HonestTom23. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.